sit here? Well, you're not sitting with anybody. I'm sure you don't mind. Hey, we have not been properly introduced, and that's all my fault. I've been so busy. I'm really sorry. Hey, no, I know your name. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm so good with names. It's Samantha. Sarah. It starts with an S. Oh, Patty. Okay, close enough. Nice to meet you. Hey. I'm sorry. I've been so busy, and it's totally. Well, I mean, you don't understand because you just started here, and I know that you salespeople, when you start, they don't give you much to do. You have been busy. Well, aren't you just an industrious little squirrel? So you do kind of have a squirrely look about you. That's a compliment. Squirrels are hard workers and very smart. They're very good at solving problems. My name is Veronica. Have you not heard about me? See, most new people, when they come in, they say, oh, I've heard all about you. And they get this weird look on their face. So you didn't hear about me. You've been too busy working. Well, you are just a go-getter, aren't you? Now, see, you're in sales, so I don't normally associate with salespeople. Not that I have anything wrong. I don't have an issue with salespeople. It's just that I travel in different circles typically. I mean, I'm in accounting, so you know, we don't really orbit in the same little universe, do we? But we all use the same break room, so it's kind of like we're equal for 30 minutes a day. Sometimes, except when I go out to lunch and I go to places that most salespeople can't afford. But I am doing something a little different right now. You know what I'm doing? No, I am not. I'm not pounding caffeine. You know what this is? This is gourmet. No, this is not just any tin of popcorn. This came from Frou Mart. This is gourmet popcorn. Okay, so you know it's special. I am going to turn you on to the hottest secret of 2018, even though the year is ending. We're going to say 2019 because it's almost there. This is the hottest diet trend that is up and coming. And you probably even haven't even heard about it yet. You probably don't even read stuff that matters. This is the best tip you're ever going to get. So I'm really glad you're in here today. What are you eating? Oh, you couldn't afford to go out to lunch. So you're stuck with tuna fish. Bless your hearts. Well, you've worked so hard. I just think it's sad that you have to come in here and eat tuna. I'm going to feast on my powerhouse lunch. Look at that now. This is phase 1 of the power meal. Popcorn, gourmet popcorn. I prefer Frou Mart because it is gourmet. It is made by specially selected chefs, and they are very good at making things. They have to be, because if you were in Frou Mart, you know how they dress in there. You've never been to Frou Mart? Oh my gosh. Michelle, we have got to. I'm sorry, Patty. You just don't look like a Patty. I'm sorry, but I've got to take you out. We have just got to try this. Wait, don't touch me. Have you used sanitizer on your hands today? Well, then I'm going to ask you to just kind of scoot your chair back. I started with dessert. Don't tell anybody. Well, it's nothing personal. It's just that salespeople, well, you deal with the great unwashed, and you shake their hands and you handle things, and who knows what germs you have. So I would shake your hand, but now that I know you haven't used hand sanitizer, I can't really trust that you wash your hands properly. I mean, y'all are always in such a hurry. You don't seem to do a good job washing your hands in the bathroom. It's just an observation. Of course, y'all probably have to clock out to go to the bathroom, knowing how they treat you. Well, once you become a salaried employee like me, of course, you'll never be a salaried employee as long as you're a salesperson. Now, if you ever make it to accounting, you won't have to clock in and out like a little worker bee anymore. They trust us. So, like I was saying, it's just the best thing you will ever do. I overheard this in line at Walgreens. Now, let me tell you, the customers in there know what they're talking about. I heard this woman talking about it. You just eat gourmet popcorn, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you follow it up with these baked cheese bites. Now that covers all 4 of the food groups, and they are specially selected. So that means it's going to go extra far in helping you lose weight. Now, some of the stuff on this box is not even in English, so you know it's going to be really effective. I mean, I don't even know what this is. Quattro Formaggi. It's imported from the Netherlands, so it's extra good for weight loss. Look. Now, normally this is phase 2 of my meal, but I want to show you. Here's a big one. That is a baked cheese bite. The fact that they are baked means that they are extra low in fat and calories, and the only fat and calories they have are going to help you lose weight. So it's like a win-win. Of course. I can't possibly give you any. These were frightfully expensive. And like I said, I don't want to really exchange germs with you. It's a very expensive diet to maintain. It takes a degree of discipline, I guess you could say. A drink. No, I don't do that anymore. That is so passé. That's like 2017. I don't drink water and stuff like that. No. See, what you do, the trick is you consume your meals with no liquids. That way, when you get that dry cough, it's like your cardio for the day. You know, because you feel like you're hacking up a lung, and you really get your heart rate up while you're coughing and passing out from the oxygen deprivation. It's revolutionary. It's changed my life. It's only been 2 days, but I feel so much better. The only problem I have run into, though, is that it seems that the dryer is shrinking my clothes more than normal. I've got to get it looked at. Look how delicious. You could just feel the pounds melting away. So, what brings you here to this place? Do you just have a passion for selling flooring, tiles, and laminate and stuff like that? You lost your job? Wow, what'd you do to make that happen? Oh, I'm not assuming that you did anything wrong, but normally when people lose their jobs, you know, did you flip off your boss or pour coffee down his pants or I think that's what I would go with too. I think that's what I would tell people. It sounds better than having to say that you were fired. Merger. I hear you. Merger. Yeah. Oh, I won't tell anybody. Don't worry. Oh, of course it's true. Of course it's true. I'm not saying it's not. Where were you working before this? I think my maid goes there sometimes. Don't they sell like light bulbs and stuff in there? Or they did. What's it called now? Well, that's nice. I guess the pay was probably not as good. Oh, you don't like to talk about money? Oh, I don't either. Totally. So you got your 4 food groups, like I was saying. You got to try this. Now, when you go to Frou Mart, oh, that's right, you said you don't go to Frou Mart. If you don't shop for groceries at Frou Mart, where do you go? I mean, they're the only ones with valet parking. What do? Do you just park your car and walk in like an animal? Or they have valet parking at Frou Mart. I mean, I couldn't imagine going anywhere else. I feel like royalty when I go there, and I hand them the keys and I just walk in, and some little underling just goes and parks my car. It's fabulous. Well, so where do you get your groceries? Aldi. Bless your heart. Aldi. Oh, honey, you are so thrifty. I admire that. I really do. I mean, the discipline, you do have discipline. I tell you, you have more discipline than me. So what do you do with all that money you save? Oh, boring. You pay bills. You don't even go shopping or anything like that. Well, when do you go shopping? No, I don't mean grocery shopping. I mean, like, when do you go shopping, like fun shopping? Where do you go? Go to Walmart? Girl, I'm losing my appetite. You're a better diet than this popcorn. I think we need to spend some time together. Like just you and me. Do you have kids? I have 2 kids. And you know what? Sometimes you just need to get away. You need some me time. And from the looks of you, you have not had any me time in a long time. Girl. Okay. I need to take you to some real places. Because it looks to me like your lifestyle is wearing you out. But when you start on this popcorn and baked cheese bites diet, you will have more energy than you know what to do with. You won't even want to look at that nasty tuna fish ever again. Look at the 4 food groups we have here. All right, now, 3 flavors in here. This yellow, it's like the sunshine. That's butter flavor. The white ones are white cheddar. And these darker ones are caramel. And then, of course, we have the baked cheese bites as our second phase. Now, how can that be the 4 food groups, you ask? Very simply, just like the woman in Walgreens said, as I overheard it. Okay, of course, the baked cheese bites have cheese, so that's dairy. And then the butter, you have 2 dairies, so that's almost like meat, and they both come from cows. You have the cheese flavor. You have the butter flavor and the cheese. You have 2 dairies together, that's like a meat. So that's the meat group. Get my cardio going. You get a little kernel stuck in your throat. The white cheddar is almost like, if you think about, some vegetables are kind of a white color. Like if you look at some of the onions, what other vegetables are kind of a white color? Some parts of cabbage is kind of white. So I would say that is close enough. Plus the popcorn itself comes from corn. That's kind of a vegetable. And all of this is popcorn, so that's all a vegetable. And then you have the caramel corn here, and that's sweet, just like fruit. So it's just like having a fruit group. Plus, on the bottom of the gourmet popcorn, you can see the nutrition information under here. It has zinc, maltodextrin, and monosodium glutamate. I'm not really sure what that is, but it sounds like it would be packed with extra vitamins, like all the ones that they don't list. That would include the minerals, all the mineral groups. This one has, it has some iron. It has 0.06 milligrams of iron, potassium, calcium, vitamin D, 1 microgram, and protein too. You can't beat it. I'm telling you. I am on the road to glory quite frankly. Well, like I was saying, those are so good. I wish I could share one, but I don't want your germs. You know, when you're a mother, it wears you out. I mean, if you don't have a staff, which you clearly don't. That big old piece of popcorn right there. I mean, you end up looking worn out and haggard. And who wants to buy linoleum from somebody who looks like they've been hit by a truck? Nobody wants that. It's going to hurt your sales, which will hurt your income, which will hurt your little... Did you say you had kids or not? I don't remember. You do? Don't tell me their names. I don't remember. How old are they? Don't tell me that either. I don't remember that. I have two. And they are just precious. Now, Spencer is my little boy. Spencer has been playing soccer since he was 2. He is, quite frankly, a soccer prodigy. And if I can ever get his coach to see that, we will really start making some progress. He is now 12, and any day now he is going to kick a goal. It's his coach's fault. 100%. Oh, I know it's his fault. His coach does not encourage him enough. I mean, I can only do so much. I have my maid stand up and scream and yell for him every time he's out there on that field. And all the other parents stare at us. And I know it's because they're trying to take pointers. They look at us as an example of how to get their kids to do better. They all sit there and they turn around and stare, and their eyes are just as big as saucers. And you can see kind of what's going through their mind. Oh, yeah. They're thinking, why can't I be more like that? So if nothing else, I kind of feel obligated to go to most of his games because I need to be there to set an example for these other parents that just sit there and don't do anything. They just sit there like lumps and watch their kids play. What good is that doing anybody? You got to get your maid to stand up and scream. Well, she has a louder voice than I do, and I don't like to strain my vocal cords too much. So the stress of being there at these games can wear me out sometimes, and I just have to go for a massage. I mean, you know how that is. You know, if I didn't go for a 60-minute Swedish massage every evening, I just don't know what I would do. Am I right? You what now? You never had a massage in your life? How are you still living? How are you breathing right now? You are lying to me. Sure you have. Everybody does that. How much? Sorry? How much does it cost? How can you weigh that? You see, I think your priorities are not right. You worry about the wrong things. Okay? You're putting way too much emphasis on money. Money cannot be the only thing that matters. Okay? Sometimes you have to think about important things like your health and the brands of your lipstick and what kind of purse you're carrying around. Gotta get your priorities straight, girl. Okay, so if you don't go for a massage every day, what do you do to relax? You watch TV. No offense, but I can kind of tell. You just kind of have that settled, not like a vacant look in your eye, but kind of sedated. Like you've seen one too many episodes of Jerry Springer. I kind of have that vibe about you. I'm gonna make a little guess here about you. You have had a secret goal. You have something on your bucket list that nobody knows about, even your spouse. And I know what it is. You have a secret desire to go be in the studio audience of a daytime TV show. I don't know which one. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Am I right? I thought so. Well, why don't you go do it? I mean, where do they film that? So what's the problem? They film it in California? Okay. How come you don't go? There you are with the money again. My God. Well, do you sit here and consider money every summer when you take your kids to Disney? You've never taken your kids to Disney. Oh my God. You've literally, are you serious? Literally never taken your kids to Disney? Not even Disney World, which doesn't even count? Oh my God. Do your kids know how deprived they are? How old are they again? I don't really care, but I need to know for the sake of this argument. They're 9 and 13. Girl. I take my kids to Disney every summer, at least once. How else are you going to build memories with your children? Look here. Now, I get emotional when I think about this, but I feel obligated to say this to you right now. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Samantha. Patty, I'm sorry. You don't look like a Patty. This is $300 mascara and $400 Botox. I cannot do this right now. But I owe this to you, Patty. I got it right. Your kids are growing up right before your eyes. I'm sure you see it. You see it every day through your bleary, cheap mascara covered eyeballs there. They're growing up so fast. I think about this all the time, and I tell my husband, look, you're always wanting to deprive our children and me of the things that matter most. Okay, so what if Spencer has broken 5 of his Nintendo Switches this year? So what? Go buy him another one. He's growing up. And one day, he won't ask for another Nintendo Switch because he will have outgrown it. And he will have moved on to something else. And your days of buying Nintendo Switches will be over. And you're missing this. My little daughter Veronica. Well, I love her to death, but sometimes I just want to jump up and snatch her bald-headed. But then I remember what I'm saying right now to you. She loves to follow me around. She's like my little shadow. She wears my shoes. She tries to put on my clothes. And she takes my MAC lipstick and she writes all over the walls with it. I bought her some inexpensive lipstick, kind of like what you have on there. It looks like Wet n Wild to me. It's definitely not MAC. She said, Mommy, I don't like the cheap lipstick. I don't get the same coverage on the wall as I get with MAC. You need to get me more MAC. And she will take the lipstick and draw pictures all over my wall. And my husband gets mad at me because I don't stop her. But who am I to hamper her creativity? He lacks vision. That's one of his big flaws. And the fact that I really wish he made more money. If he tried harder, maybe he would. I said, hey, one of these days she's going to outgrow my MAC lipstick and she's going to be 30 years old and off on her own, living in our basement. And she won't be my little girl anymore. She'll be my big girl living in my basement. Till we can find her a rich husband. And you will have missed all this. That's why I have to take them to Disney so often. Where else are you going to build meaningful memories with your children unless you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars and standing in that heat? It's like it's contagious. You have the same affliction that my husband has. He calls me Miss Checkbook, which is kind of funny since I use his credit card more than a checkbook. Checkbooks are so passé. So how do you feel about new diets? You don't do diets. What do you mean you don't do diets? Everybody does diets. Well, yeah, I understand. I tried that whole exercise fad once too. I tried lifting weights, but they're so heavy. No, this is it for me. I have found my new lifestyle choice. Quattro Formaggi baked cheese bites and my Free Mart gourmet popcorn. This is my new sustenance. I'm eating healthier now than I ever have. No, I don't drink any liquids with it. See, the liquids will dilute the popcorn in your stomach and it makes it less filling. And see, this helps turn off the switch in your brain that makes you hungry. So that means you can eat all you want and it won't do anything to you. You have to get back to work. No, stay and talk. Stay and talk. I enjoy talking to you, Samantha. I swear your name is Samantha. Or at least Sarah. Can I just call you Sarah? I think I'm just going to call you Sarah. Look, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to Macy's and I'm shopping. Do you want to come? I promise my husband I won't spend more than $500. Why don't you come with me? You know, get the nanny to watch the kids. And so you don't have like any staff, right? Wow. You know, I really admire you for that. Because that takes real guts. And you've clearly got lots of guts. Yeah, lots of guts. You are so industrious and thrifty. You're just a plain good old honest woman, aren't you? You're like a box of Arm & Hammer baking soda. You know? You're just like, here it is. It's plain. It does what it does, and that's it. What you see is what you get with you. Sometimes I think it would be nice to be like you. But then I get the itch to go shopping and, you know, have a valet park my car and come out with bags full of Prada. And then I remember who I really am. And ultimately, it's all destiny. I mean, we are who we are destined to be. Who are you destined to be? What do you see in your future? Maybe you could be lead sales associate one day if Bill ever dies. So is that like the big goal of your life? Big lead sales associate, or like I don't know, like a teacher's assistant or something. What about your husband? How much money does he make? Oh, I wasn't trying to be rude. No, I like to know these things so I know how to judge and treat people. Like, you know, when you ask somebody that, it kind of determines how much respect you have for them. I mean, let's be honest. Oh, he works in sales too. Oh, so you're kind of like a copycat. Like you couldn't come up with your own career. You just kind of had to copy his. Is that what happened? No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, maybe he's really good at what does he sell? He sells carpet. And our number one competitor, does Bill know about that? Because I'm pretty sure that's like a fireable offense. Like, I don't know that it's allowed for you to work here if he works at the other store. It just seems borderline illegal somehow. I don't find you to be very savory. I like my popcorn. So see, that's the magic of this diet. I can eat a whole can of gourmet popcorn and just keep losing weight because it has fillers. It's very filling. It has all the nutrition of real food. And the little pointy pieces on the popcorn cut the inside of my mouth, kind of like Captain Crunch when you eat it. And it's like no pain, no gain. It hurts. But it serves as a constant reminder of the sacrifices and the discipline that are necessary for real long-term weight loss. And any minute I will have another coughing fit and get my heart rate back up. It's like circuit training, but with popcorn. So it's even better. So what do you do for fun? I mean, what do you do for fun? You read? No, it's something I do when I have to do it. I don't really see that as fun. Like reading the warnings on the Botox vial when I'm at the plastic surgeon's office. Reading pamphlets on coal sculpting, facelift. I read a book once. Don't make it sound like I'm not an intellectual. I think I read something in school. What did I read? I read the driver's ed manual. I remember that. But I can be just as smart as you. What kind of stuff do you read? I don't know anything about that. That sounds boring, quite frankly. I mean, hey, if it does it for you, I'm happy for you. Me, well, I love to travel. I'm sure you're the same. Now, when was the last time you went to Italy? You've never been to Italy. Are you like a sadomasochist or something? Why do you do this? You've never been to Italy? Are you serious? Girl, you've got to go. You need to go ahead and make plans, and you've got to go. Oh my God. How can you reach this frightful age? Like, what are you, like 50? 45? Oh, sorry. I was thinking like edging on towards 55. But see, that's what not getting massages will do to you. And several $1,000s worth of plastic surgery that you've clearly not had. Okay, so you've never taken your kids to Disney, not even Disney World. You've never been to Italy. Where have you been? You went to Walmart last weekend. You kill me, girl. I think, you know what we need to do? I know exactly what we need to do. I'm going to get my nanny to go stay at your house. And you come stay with me. And so you can act like my nanny. But the perks of being my nanny are that you get to go shopping with me. And you get to go on trips with me. How about that? I'm planning a trip to Italy right after Christmas. You could come. I'll show you things I bet you didn't even know existed. Like whole other continents. Did you even know there are other places in the world other than this town? Have you even ever been anywhere? You went on a road trip to Florida. That is not something I think I'd brag about. I'm just saying. You didn't even fly there. You drove a car like a Neanderthal would. Yeah, I wouldn't go around boasting about that. Have you been anywhere else? That's it. What, like no obligatory beach trips or, oh, you've been to the beach. Okay, well, now we're getting somewhere. Which beach did you go to? Ugh. Well, you do look like the Myrtle Beach type. No offense. I'm more of an Outer Banks kind of person. We have a chartered plane. We don't drive. We don't do that. We fly. We don't do long car trips because the kids might get bored, and I just hate it when they're bored. They kick the back of the seat and they draw all over the windows and bust the windows out. One time they set the dog on fire. So we don't do that anymore. We fly everywhere we go beyond about 20 miles away. That's the only way to do it. I mean, there's really no other way to vacation with the family and save your sanity. I don't know how people like you do it. I mean, oh my God. What must it be like you? Like, I bet you're one of those people that clips coupons and you shop the sales and you save that dollar, don't you? You look so thrifty. You're just so cute. I would pinch your cheeks, but that substandard foundation, I don't want it on my fingers. God bless you. You are precious. You are just so cute. But I have to let you get back to work, and I'm going to put away my gourmet meal. But it has been so nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm really glad that we finally had this opportunity. But anytime you want to come with me and experience some real life, you just let me know. Now, I know you're new here and you're not used to how things go yet, but once you get a little more comfortable, I think it would be a wonderful experience for you to, try out, like, go with me to a real store and try some real cosmetics. Maybe go have a real meal somewhere. Like we could go to a restaurant. You look like the type that just brings your lunch every day. Bless your heart. Probably in a brown paper bag. That is so sad. That is so sad. I have to fix it for you. So we'll go out and we'll have like a real life periodically because I think you deserve that, honey. Okay? All right. Well, you go clock back in and get back on that hamster wheel and sail some flooring, okay? All righty now.